sitting here moaning at 2:30 in the morning?
What's the matter?
Do you know it's 12 degrees in there? July 23rd, the middle of a heat wave, and it's 12 degrees in there.
I told you, turn the air conditioner off.
And how do we breathe? It's 89 degrees out there. 89 degrees outside. That way. Once the hot air sees an open window, it goes in.
Well, we could leave the air conditioner off for an hour, then when it starts to get hot, we could turn it back on.
Every hour? 7 times a night? That's a good idea. I could get 8 minutes sleep if you work with the air conditioner.
I'll do it. I'll get up.
I asked you a million times to call that office. That air conditioner hasn't worked properly in 2 years.
I called him. A man came and he couldn't find anything wrong.
Nothing wrong? What do you mean nothing wrong? I got it on low. It's 12 degrees.
It's not 12 degrees, Mel. It's cold, but it's not 12 degrees.
All right. 17 degrees. 26 degrees. 38 degrees. It's not 68. 69, the temperature for a normal person.
I'll call them again tomorrow.
Why do they bother printing on it high, medium, and low? It's all high. Low is high, medium is high. Some night I'm going to put it on high. They'll have to get a flamethrower to get us out in the morning.
What do you want me to do, Mel? Do you want me to leave it on? Do you want me to turn it off? Just tell me what to do.
Go back to sleep.
I can't be so tense like this.
I'm not tense. I'm frozen stiff. Lied to her.
You're tense. We're tense when you walk to the house and I've been tense for a week. Would you rather sleep in here? I can make up a cot.
You can't even sit in here. What do you got these ugly little pillows on here for? You spend $800 for chairs, and then you can't sit in them because you got ugly little pillows shoved up your back. And then please, go inside. I'll be in later.
It's not the pillows, it's not the air conditioner. Something else. Something's bothering you. I've seen you get like this, Mel.
It's nothing. I'm tired.
Mel, I'm up. You might as well tell me.
It's nothing, I'm telling you. All right, it's everything. It's this apartment, it's this building, it's this city. Listen to this. 2:30 in the morning, there's one car driving around Jackson Heights, and I can hear it. 14 stories up, I thought it would be quiet. I hear the subway up here better than I hear it in the subway. It's like some kind of antenna. All the noise comes up through this apartment and out into the city.
We've lived here 6 years, and it never bothered you before.
It's worse now. I don't know, maybe I'm getting older. More sensitive to sound, the noise. Look at this. I have those balcony doors open 10 seconds. You gotta wash these pajamas now.
Give them to me. I'll get you clean pajamas.
2:30 in the morning. Can you believe that's still going on next door?
What's going on?
What, are you trying to be funny? You mean to tell me that you don't hear that?
What?
You mean to tell me that you don't hear that? What, are you deaf?
Maybe I'm deaf. I don't hear a thing.
Listen. You mean to tell me that you don't hear raindrops a falling on his head? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You mean to tell me that you don't hear that?
Now when you're singing, I don't hear it.
Those 2 German airline hostesses. Every night they got somebody else in there. Basketball players, hockey players, whatever team is in town, win or lose, they wind up in there. Every night. Somewhere there's a 747 flying around where people serve themselves because those 2 broads never leave the apartment. Come here. You mean to tell me that you don't hear that?
Yes, now I hear it.
You see? Is it any wonder I don't sleep at nights?
Don't sleep with your head next to the wall. Sleep in the bedroom.
Hey! Knock it up in there! It's 2:30 in the lousy morning! Look at that. I cracked the wall. I barely touched it. The thing is cracked.
It's starting to crack before. There's a leak somewhere. One of the pipes upstairs is broken.
A $2 million building, you can't even touch the walls. It's a good thing I didn't try to hang a picture. We could have all been killed.
They're starting to fix it on Monday.
Not Monday, tomorrow. I want that wall fixed tomorrow. It's a health hazard. And I want them to repaint the whole wall. And if it doesn't match, I want them to do the whole room. And if that doesn't match, they'll do the rest of the apartment. And I'm not paying for it, you understand?
Tell them.
And tell them about the air conditioner. and about the window in the bedroom. It doesn't open except when it rains. And then you can't get it shut again until there's a flood. And tell them about our toilet that never stops flushing.
It stops flushing if you jiggle it.
Why should I have to jiggle? For the money I'm paying for this apartment, do I have to stand over a toilet in the middle of the night and jiggle it every time I have to go to the bathroom?
What you do? Get back in the bed, tell me, and I'll jiggle it.
Edna, please, go to sleep. I don't want to talk to you now. Will you please go to sleep?
I can't sleep if I know you're up here having an anxiety attack.
I'm not having an anxiety attack. I'm a little tense.
Why didn't you take a Valium?
I took one.
Then take another one.
I took another one. They don't work anymore.
2 Valiums? They have to work.
They don't work, I'm telling you. They're supposed to calm you down, right? Am I calm? They don't work anymore. Probably don't put anything in them. Charge you $14 for the word value. Hey! Don't you ever fly anywhere? Keep somebody in Europe away.
Mel, stop it. Is something wrong? You're making me nervous. Is something bothering you?
Why do we do it like this? Why do we pay somebody hundreds of dollars a month to live in an egg box that leaks?
Mel, you look pale. You look haggard.
I wasn't planning to be up.
Why are you rubbing your stomach?
I'm not rubbing it, I'm holding it.
Well, why are you holding your stomach?
It's nothing. A little indigestion. It's the crap I had for lunch.
Where did you eat?
A health food restaurant. If you can't eat health food, what can you eat anymore?
Maybe you're just hungry. Do you want me to fix you something to eat?
Nothing is safe anymore. I read today in the paper that 2 white mice at Columbia University got cancer from eating graham crackers. It was in the New York Times.
Did you eat graham crackers today, Mel?
Food used to be so good. I used to love food. I haven't had food since I was 13 years old.
You want some food? I'll make you food. I remember how they ate it.
I haven't had a real piece of bread in 30 years. If I knew what was going to happen, I would have saved some rolls when I was a kid. You can't breathe in here. What? Stink. 14 stories up. Smell the garbage from here. Why do they put garbage out at 89-degree heat? Edna, come here. I want you to smell the garbage.
I smell it. I smell it.
You can't smell it from there. Come over here where you can smell it.
You're right. If you really want to smell it, you have to stand right here.
This country is being buried by its own garbage. It keeps piling up, higher and higher. In 3 years, this apartment is going to be on the 2nd floor.
What do they do, Mel? Save it up and put it out in the winter? They have to throw it out sometime. That's why they call it garbage.
I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you anymore.
Mel, I'm a human being the same as you. I get hot. I get cold. I hear noise and I smell garbage. But get out.
If you're a human being, you reserve the right to protest, to complain. If you give up that right, you don't exist anymore. I protest the stinking garbage and jiggling toilets and barking dogs! Shut up!
Now, you can stop using the other dog because I'm going to sleep.
How can you sleep with a dog screaming like that? Keep that dog quiet! They're human beings sleeping up here!
Will you be quiet? There are children up here!
What are you yelling at me for? You want to make some trouble? Go down and keep the dog company.
Now, stop it! Stop it!
Don't tell me to stop it. Don't tell me to stop it.
I don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm not going to stand here and let you take it out on me. You must be a hundred. Take a room in the public library, but don't take it out on me. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Edna, don't go. Talk to me for a minute, because I think I'm going out of my mind.
What is it, Mel?
I'm unraveling. I'm losing touch.
Not been sleeping well lately.
I don't know where I am half the time. I walk down Madison Avenue, I think I'm in a foreign country.
I know that feeling, Mel.
It's not just a feeling. Something is happening inside me. I can't handle things anymore. The telephone on my desk rings 7, 8 times before I answer it. I forgot how to work the water cooler today. I stood there with an empty cup in my hand and water running all over my shoes.
It's not just you, Mel. It's everybody. Everybody's feeling the tension these days.
Tension? If I could feel tension, I'd give $1,000 to charity. When you're tense, you're tight. You're holding on to something. I don't know where to grab. I'm slipping. I'm scared.
Don't talk like that. What about seeing the analyst again?
Who? Dr. Pike? He's dead. 6 years of my life, $23,000. He got my money. What does he care if he goes and has a heart attack?
There are other good doctors. You can see somebody else.
And start all over from the beginning? Hello, sit down. What seems to be the trouble? It'll take me another $23,000 just to fill this doctor in with the information I already gave the dead one.
What about a little therapy? Maybe just need some talk for a while.
I don't know where or who I am anymore. I'm disappearing, Edna. I don't need analysts. I'm lost and found.
Listen, what about getting away for a couple weeks? Away from the city, out to the country somewhere. You get 2 weeks sick leave, can't you, Mel?
Even the cactus is dying. Strongest plant in the world. Only needs to be watered twice a year. Can't make a go of it on 88th and 2nd.
Answer me, Mel. What about getting away? You can ask them for 2 weeks off.
Sure, I can ask him for 2 weeks off. What I'm worried is that they'll ask me to take another 50 weeks as well.
You? What do you mean? You've been there 22 years. Mel? Is that it? Someone's bothering you? You're worried about losing your job?
I'm not worried about losing it. I'm worried about keeping it. Losing it is easy.
Have they said something? Has anything happened?
They don't have to say anything. The company lost $3 million this year. Suddenly they're looking to save pennies. The vice president of my department has been using the same paperclip for 3 weeks now. A 62-year-old man with a duplex on Park Avenue and a house in Southampton running around the office screaming, "Where's my paperclip?"
But they haven't actually said anything to you.
They close the executive dining room. No one goes out to eat anymore. They bring sandwiches from home. Top executives making $80,000 a year eating egg salad sandwiches over the newspaper basket.
Well, nothing's happened, so there's no point worrying about it now.
Nobody comes to work late anymore. They're afraid if you're not there on time, they'll sell your desk.
Well, what if they did? We'd live. We get by. You get another job somewhere.
When? I'm going to be 47 years old in January. 47! They can get 2 23-and-a-half-year-olds for half my money.
Supposing something did happen. Suppose you did lose your job. We don't have to live in the city. We could move out to the country. Or even out west.
And what do I do for a living? Become a middle-aged cowboy? Maybe they'll put me in charge of rounding up elderly cattle. What's the matter with you?
The girls are in college now. We have enough to see them through. We don't need much for the 2 of us.
You need a place to live. You need clothing. You need food. A can of tuna fish is still 85 cents.
Move to Europe. To Spain. 2 people could live for $1,500 a year in Spain.
Spanish people. I'm 47 years old with arthritis in my shoulder and high blood pressure. You expect me to raise goats and live in a cave?
Work there. Get some kind of job.
An advertising account executive? In Barcelona? I'm sure they've been standing at the docks waiting for years for someone like that.
What is it that's here that you're going to miss so badly? What is it that's so hard to give up?
I'm not through with my life yet. I still have value. I still have worth.
What kind of life is this? You live like some kind of caged animal in the Second Avenue Zoo that's too hot in one room, too cold in another, overcharged for growth on the side of the building. They call it terrace. They can't even support a cactus plant, let alone 2 human beings. Is this what you call a worthwhile life? Banging on walls and jiggling toilets?
You think it's any better in sunny Spain? Try swimming on the beach. It'll take you the rest of the summer to scrape the oil off.
Forget Spain. There are other places to live.
Maine? Vermont, maybe? You think it's all hills and maple syrup? They got more people on welfare up there than they got families. Washington? Oregon? Unemployed lumberjacks are sitting around sawing the legs off chairs. They have nothing else to do.
I will go anywhere in the world you want me to go, Mel. I will live in a cave, a hut, or a tree. I will live on a raft in the Amazon jungle, if that's what you want to do.
Great! Call a travel agent. Get 2 economy seats to Bolivia. We'll go to Abercrombie's tomorrow and get a couple of pit helmets and a spear gun.
before and even before we go back to sleep.
Will you bang back?
If I bang back, she's just gonna bang back at me.
Will you bang back?
I'll bang! I'll bang!
There.
Bang back! Bang back! Bang back!
With its third strike of the week. This time, the city employees of 37 New York hospitals walked out at 3 p.m. this afternoon. The mayor's office has been flooded with calls as hundreds of patients and elderly sick people have complained of lack of food, clean sheets, and medicine. One 79-year-old patient in Lenox Hills Hospital fell in the corridor, broke his leg, and was treated by a 73-year-old patient who had just recovered from a gallbladder operation. Two of the most cold-blooded robbers in the city's history today made off with $4,000 stolen from the New York City House of the Blind. Police believe it may have been the same man who got away with $3,600 on Tuesday from the New York Cat and Dog Hospital. Water may be shut off tomorrow, says New York Commissioner of Health, because of an anonymous call made to the Bureau this morning, threatening to dump 50 pounds of chemical pollutants in the city's reservoirs. The unidentified caller, after making his threat, concluded with, "It's going to be dry tomorrow, baby." And from the office of Police Commissioner Murphy, a report that apartment house burglaries has risen 7.2% in August.
All right, sit there. I'll get you a drink.
I don't want a drink.
A little scotch. It'll calm you down.
It won't calm me down because there's no scotch. They took the scotch.
All the scotch?
All the scotch.
The Chivas Regal, too?
No. They're gonna take the cheap scotch and leave the Chivas Regal. They took it all. They cleaned us out.
All in 5 minutes, huh? They must have been gorillas to lift all that in 5 minutes.
Leave me alone.
Yeah!
Don't shout. The police will be here any minute. I just called them.
You called the police?
Why did I just say that?
Did you tell them we were robbed?
That's what I called them. I'm not friendly with the police. What kind of questions are you asking me? What's wrong with you?
All right, calm down because you're hysterical.
I'm not hysterical.
You are hysterical.
You're making me hysterical. Don't you understand? My house has just been robbed.
What, am I a border? My house has been robbed too. My color television and my Chivas Regal is missing just the same as yours.
But you find it. I did.
What's the difference? Who found it? There's still nothing to drink and nothing to watch.
Don't yell at me. I'm just as upset as you are.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to yell. I'm upset, too. Let me get you a ballot.
I don't want a Valium.
Take one. You'll feel better.
I'm not taking a Valium.
Why are you so stubborn?
I'm not stubborn. We don't have it. They took the Valium.
They took the Valiums.
Medicine chest. Valium, Sequinol, aspirin, shaving cream, toothpaste. You left your toothbrush. You want to go and brush your teeth and still do it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Dirty rats! I hope they die. I hope the car they stole to get away and crashes into a tree, turns over and burns up, and they all die.
Read about it every day. When it happens to you, you just can't believe it.
A television I can understand. Liquor I can understand. But shaving cream? Hairspray?
How much are they going to get for a roll of dental floss?
Desperate. They took everything they could carry. Even found my kitchen money.
What kitchen money?
I kept my kitchen money in here. $85.
In cash? Why do you keep cash in a book?
So no one will find it! Where else am I going to keep it?
In a jar, in the sugar, someplace they're not going to look.
They looked in the medicine chest. What makes you think they're not going to look at the sugar?
Nobody looks in sugar.
Nobody steals dental floss and mouthwash either. Only sick people. Only that's who live in the world today. Sick, sick, sick people.
It's all right. It's all right. As long as you weren't hurt, that's the important.
Can you imagine if I walked down here? What would I have done, Mel?
You were very lucky, Edna. Very lucky.
Yes, but what would I have done?
What's the difference? You didn't walk in and find them.
Supposing I did. What would I have done, Mel?
Say excuse me, close the door, and come back later. What did you do? Sit and watch? Why are you asking me such questions? It didn't happen, did it?
It almost happened. I watched 5 minutes sooner.
You couldn't have been gone only 5 minutes.
It took the 7 Santini brothers 2 days to move all the stuff in. 3 junkies are not going to move it out in 5 minutes.
7 minutes, 8 minutes, what's the difference?
The lock's not broken.
It's not Jimmy. I don't even know how they got in here.
Maybe they found my key in the street.
What do you mean found your key? Don't you have your key?
Oh, I lost it. I thought I lost it in the house. Maybe I lost it in the street.
If you didn't have your key, how were you going to get back in the house when you went shopping?
Oh, I left the door open.
The door open?
I didn't have a key. How else was I going to get back in the house?
So you left the door open? In a city with the highest crime rate in the history of the world, you left the door open?
What was I going to do? Take the furniture with me? I was only gone 5 minutes. How did they know I was going to leave the door open?
They know.
A door opens, it doesn't lock, the whole junky world lights up. Door open, 14th floor.
second, they know.
No, anything. Go around trying to.
And what did you think? They were going to try every door in this house except yours? Let's leave 14A alone, fellas. It looks like a nice door.
They're gonna go around trying to do it. They have 23 hours, 55 minutes to do it a day. I didn't think they would check once I was gone. I gambled. I lost.
What kind of a gamble is that to take? If you lose, they get everything. If you win, they rob somebody else.
Well, I had the shop. There was nothing in the house to eat tonight.
All right. Now you have something to eat and nothing to eat it with. Why didn't you go down and have them send it?
Because I shop in a cheap store that doesn't deliver. You got me so worried the other night. I was just trying to save us money. Just trying to save us money. How much money I saved us.
Now?
We have people coming over in a few minutes.
The police? You want the place to look nice for the police? What, you afraid they're going to put it down in their books? Bad housekeeper? Leave it alone. Maybe they'll find some clues.
Well, I can't find out what's missing until I put everything back in its place.
What? You know what's missing. The television, the liquor, the medicine chest, the kitchen money, and the hi-fi. That's it, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. What else did they get?
My detective, look, you'll find out.
Where are my suits?
They were there this morning. They're not there now. You must have taken suits.
7 suits. 3 sports jackets. 8 pairs of slacks.
That's what you had. That's what they got.
I'm lucky my tuxedo is in the cleaners.
They sent it back this morning.
Well, they did a good job of it. Clean me out. Left me with a pair of khaki pants and a golf hat. Anybody asks us out to dinner this week? Ask them if it's okay if I wear khaki pants and a golf hat. Dirty rats!
Mel, it's just old things. Just old suits and coats. We can replace them. We can buy new ones, can't we, Mel?
With what? With what? They fired me!
Mel, don't tell me.
Well, I'm telling you. They fired me. Me, Hal Chesterman, Mike Ambrosi, Dave Polachek, Arnold Strauss. 2 others, I can't even remember their names. 7 of us in one fell swoop. 5.
Oh, Mel, I'm so sorry.
They called us into the office one at a time. They didn't even have to say it, we knew. Even the secretaries knew. They couldn't look at you when you said good morning. $85 a week girls were bringing me coffee and a Danish and not charging me for it. I knew right away.
Mel, I can't bear it.
They said they had no choice. They had to make cuts right down the line. 7 executives, 12 salesmen, 24 in office help, 43 people in one afternoon. It took 2 elevators, 3 trips to get rid of all the losers. Wait till the coffee and Danish man comes in tomorrow. He'll throw himself out the window.
Then you come home with this. Get fired and get to come home and find out your house has been robbed.
It didn't happen today. It happened Monday.
Monday? You mean you've known for 4 days and you haven't said a word to me?
I didn't know how to tell you. I thought maybe another job would turn up. A miracle would happen. Miracles don't happen when you're 47. When Moses saw the burning bush, he must have been 23, 24 the most. Never 47.
What did you do all day? What have you done since Monday?
In the mornings, I tried to see a few people. I made some phone calls. When you're looking for work, you'd be surprised how many people are out for lunch at 10:30 in the morning. In the afternoon, I went to museums, an auction, the office furniture show at the Coliseum. I saw an Italian movie. I saw a Polish movie. I saw 2 dirty movies. I met Dave Polachek at the dirty one. We both lied. Said we were killing time till our next appointments. Some important appointments. I went to Central Park and he went to the Ripley's Wax Museum. Woolman skating. For lunch, I had my jelly apple and my Fanta orange drink.
Oh, no, I can't bear it.
I came very close to having an affair with a 73-year-old English nanny. We hit it off very well, but the baby didn't like me. I'll be okay, Edna. I'll be all right.
Of course you will.
I'll find another job, you'll see.
We know you will.
You'll take down the living room drapes, make me a suit, and I'll look for another job.
All right, Mel. We will.
I played 2 innings of softball yesterday.
You did.
At a day camp for 14-year-olds. Harvey, the right fielder, he had to go home for a violin lesson, so I played the last 2 innings.
And you hit a home run.
I struck out, dropped 2 fly balls, and lost the game. They wanted to kill me.
I wish I'd been there.
I know I can make the team. I just have to get my timing back. Maybe if I don't find a job, I'll go back to camp this summer.
It would take you 2 minutes to sew the name cakes. Why don't you think about it while I make you a cup of coffee?
They didn't take the coffee. They left us the coffee? How come?
Roberts never go into the kitchen.
Then why didn't you leave the money in the sugar?
Mel, we're insured. All that.
We're lucky if we get half of it back. You think you get $200 for a $200 coat? They depreciate. You put it on once, button it, it's worth $40.
Okay, then we'll get half of the money back.
Then the premiums go up. You get robbed once, it costs you twice as much to protect half of what you used to have.
Mel, don't worry about it. We have something set aside. We're not extravagant. We can live comfortably for a while.
With 2 girls in college, with our rent, with our food bills, with nothing coming in, we have to get out of it. We have to get out of everything.
I'll go wherever you want, Mel.
Nah, out of here. Out of obligations. Out of things that are choking us that we don't need. I'm gonna quit the gym. I don't need a gym for $250 a year. I'll run around the bedroom. It's the only way to keep warm in there anyway. And we don't do of art. We watch Duck Soup on television. And these magazines. I don't want Time, Life, and Newsweek anymore. You understand? I'm not gonna spend my last few dollars to find out that unemployment went up this year.
We don't need any of it, Mel. We never did.
Garbage. The garbage that we buy every year. Useless, meaningless garbage that fills up the house until you throw it out and becomes what? Garbage again that stinks up the house. For what? For what, Edna? $2 worth of food that comes in $3 worth of graphic. Telephone calls to find out what time it is because you're too lazy to look at the clock. The food we never ate. The books we never read. The records we never played. Look at this. $8.50 for a musical whiskey for me. $8.50. Heaven forbid if you get a little bored while we're pouring our whiskey. Toys, novelties, gimmicks, friggin' garbage, crap!
We'll never buy another thing, Mel. I promise.
22 years of my life. What did I give him 22 years of my life for? A musical whiskey for? It's my life that's been poured down the drain. Where's the cute little tube? They kick you out after 22 years, they ought to have a brass band.
Calm down, Mel, because you're going to get yourself sick.
You want to know where my music is? There! There's my music playing on the other side of that wall! There's my music after 22 years! Oh,
What is it, Mel? What's the matter?
it's nothing. I got pains in my chest. Don't worry. It's not a heart attack.
Well, why do you say that? Why do you say it's not a heart attack?
Because it's not a heart attack. It's pains in my chest.
Well, why are you having pains in your chest?
Because I don't have a job. Because I don't have a suit to wear. Because I'm having a breakdown and they didn't even leave me with a pill to take. Rats! Dirty rats!
Hey! Shut up down there! There are children up here!
What are you yelling at me for? They took everything! Everything! Left me with a pair of pants and a golf hat!
There are children up here! Are you drunk or something?
Drunk? Drunk on what? They got my liquor. You want to keep your kids? Lock them up. Don't you tell me you got children up there.
Lock it, Mel.
person. That's a mean, terrible thing to do.
God will punish you for that. I apologize for my husband's behavior, but God will punish you for that. Are you all right?
That's a terrible thing to do to a person. I would never do that to anyone.
Never. You're too good and too decent. You never do that to anybody. We'll move away from here. You'll get a job somewhere. If you don't get a job, you can always open up a camp. You're so good with children. You could be the head of the camp and I would do the cooking. Go through the riding and swimming instructions. We just have to save some money, that's all. If you don't get a job right away, I can always go back to work again. I'm strong, Mel. I can be a secretary. But you must have been sick. You must get sick inside, because I don't want to live in this world without you. I hate it here. Show them, Mel. We'll show them all. You just can't move on 3rd Avenue because it's one of those protest parades down 5th Avenue or up 5th Avenue, whichever way they're protesting. 15,000 women screaming, "Save the environment!" And they're all wearing leopard skin coats. Come on and sit down now. I've got some tomato juice for you first. Can you believe that about the commissioner of police? I mean, kidnapping the New York commissioner of police. Isn't that insane? If the police can't find him, they can't find anybody. That's the first real food I've had since 8 o'clock this morning. We're so busy down there, we don't even have time for a coffee break. Mr. Cooperman asked me to work nights, but I told him I didn't think I could. I don't know what to say to him, though, because he's so nice to me. He provides me sandwiches 2 times a week. Not that I don't deserve the way I'm working down there. It's just I don't even have the energy to talk when I get home anymore. I don't know. Must have been saving it up for the past 22 years. I'm all wound up, and I better stop or I'll go on forever. How are you, Mel? How was your day? Mel, you all right? Don't feel like talking much. Oh, come on, Mel. I have to be back to office by 2 o'clock, and then I probably won't get home until 7 tonight. So tell me, what did you do today?
Took a walk
Really? That's nice. Where?
from the bedroom to the living room.
Oh,
No. I walked back into the bedroom. Once I went into the kitchen for a glass of water. What else do you want to know?
you don't feel like talking. That's all right.
I feel like talking. You want to hear about the rest of my morning?
Mel, I said it's all right.
I looked out the window 3 times, listened to Martha Deanne, and I went to the toilet, which is still flushing. I didn't jiggle it. I know how you like to do that when you come home.
All right. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm telling you about my terrific morning. You want to hear some really exciting news? Martha Deanne's guest tomorrow was the Galloping Gourmet. Isn't that exciting? He's going to give us the recipes of 5 famous celebrities, and we're going to have to guess who's his who's. Too bad you're going to miss it.
You didn't sleep well again last night, did you?
Last night? Was last night the night before this morning? I get them mixed up. I'm so busy with my life.
I thought you were going to take a walk in the park this morning.
There is no place left for
me to walk. I have walked down every bridge and every path and every stone. I know every squirrel in the park, and I know where they hide their nuts.
I know how cooked up you feel when you stay in the house so much. How about tomorrow we go and have lunch at the zoo?
I am not going to the zoo. I have been there every day for the past month. When I walk by, the monkeys nudge each other and say, "He's here again."
I thought you might get some exercise. Get into a softball game or something.
There are no softball games. It's September. My whole team is in school.
When you get out of the zoo, you talk. You can wait for them.
I'm 7 years older than the father of the pitcher. I'm not going to wait for kids to get out of school so I can have someone to play with.
No reason to scream at me, Mel.
I'm sorry. I'm alone a lot. I forgot what the normal voice range was. Is this any better?
Never mind. Did anybody call?
Your mother. We exchanged recipes.
Anybody else?
I am not an answering service. You want me to answer phones? Hire me. I need the work.
The tape there was nothing in the paper today.
About what?
You know about what? A job.
Yes. Mount Sinai Hospital is looking for surgical technicians. The problem is my pants are khaki and they require white.
Just ask me, Mel.
Then I'm just answering. There's a luncheonette in East Harlem that's looking for bilingual counterfeit. And Delta Airlines is looking for hostesses, but I don't want to be away from home that much. Don't you agree?
Now, please, stop it.
You know what I think my best bet is? Maurice LePew in Queens is looking for a hairstylist. I thought that if I practiced on you tonight, and then if you didn't go bald, I'd give him a call in the morning.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you today?
Today? Today? How about the last 7 weeks? How about almost 2 months walking around this apartment like a prisoner? I used to walk from room to room. Now I walk along the edges of the room so I can have longer walks. I have read every page of every book in this apartment. I have read every label on every can in the kitchen. Tomorrow I'm going to read underwear sizes. After that, I'm through. I have nothing left to live for.
I know you're bored. I know you're unhappy. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I'm 47 years old. You have to come home every day to make me lunches.
I want to make you lunches. I'm working. I have a job. At least this way we get to spend an hour every day together.
Don't you see how humiliating it is? Everyone in this building knows you come home to make me lunches.
I don't
The only one who gets their lunches made for them is me and a 6-year-old girl on the 4th floor.
I don't care what people in this building think.
I care. I care. They probably think you made me take a nap, too. I can make my own lunches. I can go out to eat.
Just trying to save some money.
What are you going to do in the winter when it snows? Come home and put on my galoshes?
Walk around the edges of the apartment thinking of things like that, torturing yourself.
I don't have to torture myself. I got barking dogs, jiggling toilets, and the Red Baron's 2 sisters in there.
All right. What did they do today? Now tell me.
No, I don't want to bother you. I know you've got your own problems at the office. Don't worry about the apartment. That's my concern.
I thought we agreed about my work. I thought we agreed it was all right for me to take this job until something came through for you.
I'm not complaining. You've been very good to me. You pay the rent, buy the food, bought me a nice new sport jacket. Maybe next year you'll take me to Hawaii like United Airlines.
What's wrong with you, Mel? What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me, Edna. Nothing.
Then why are you complaining all the time? Why can't you find a job?
There are no jobs for 47-year-old men. Nothing! Here, read it. It's all in the New York Times. I stole it from the people next door. I steal newspapers, Edna.
Please, let's not talk about this anymore.
You want milk? I can get 2 quarts of milk every morning. If I wear my slippers, they don't hear a thing.
Stop it, Mel. I don't think that's funny.
I'm just trying to contribute, Edna. Just trying
Eat your lunch. It's the last time I'll come home and make it. I promise I won't complain anymore.
And why should you? When you can be sitting around in some nice Japanese restaurant, eating sukiyaki with Mr. Cooperman, sitting around with your shoes off.
I've never had
How about fettuccine with Mr. Peterson? Come on, I know what goes on in offices. I used to be one of the boys too, you know.
Well, I am not one of the girls.
How can you get home at 7 o'clock when everybody knows that no one works past 5 o'clock anymore?
I work past 5 o'clock.
Where? At Charlie O's? Listen, I understand. A little drink to unwind before you have to go home to face the little man. You used to believe it when I came home at 7 o'clock. You think it's a picnic sitting around this apartment all day, wondering what's going on at that office? Try it sometime.
I like to watch my whole life running backwards on movies.
Maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe if I put on a wig, some high heels, and some tight pants, they'd hire me in a second.
I'll leave the souffle here. Eat it and not do whatever you want. I'm lazy. I can't handle being like this.
Have a good day, darling. Don't work too hard. Leave me some quarters for the laundromat.
You don't have to suggest, Mel.
What would you suggest, Edna?
I suggest you either get it very tight behind yourself or look for someone to help you.
I don't need any help. I'm retired. I got it made.
You know what I'm talking about. Medical help. Someone who can talk to you and straighten you out because I'm running out of energy and patience.
You think it's all in my mind, don't you? You don't have the slightest inkling of what's been going on. You are so naive, it's ridiculous.
What do you know? What's been going on?
You think it's just by accident I can't find any work? You think it's just the breaks? I'm having a bad streak of luck. Is that what you think?
I think sometimes, Mel, you're going through very bad times.
You have no suspicion of the truth, do you? None at all.
What truth? What truth are you talking about, Mel?
I'm talking about the plot, Edna. The plot.
What plot, Mel?
What plot, Mel? I'm telling you about the plot, and all you need to say is, what plot, Mel?
You tell me there's a plot. I don't know what plot you're talking about. So all I can think of to say is, what plot, Mel?
What plot? Gee!
What plot? What plot?
The social, economical, and political plots to undermine the working class in this country.
Oh, that plot.
Yes, that plot. Instead of rushing downtown every morning, why don't you stay home once in a while and listen to the radio, listen to the talk shows, find out what's going on in the world. 10 minutes of WQXR, you'll want to move to Switzerland.
Message Mel, don't listen to the talk shows. Listen to some nice music.
Nice music. Incredible. You're a child. You're an uninformed, ignorant, little child. They've taken it over, Edna. It's not ours anymore. It's theirs.
They have our music.
All of it. The arts, the media, every form of mass communication. They got it, baby!
Okay, calm down, Mel. Who?
Who?
Who? Mel, will you please tell me who's taking over so I won't be late to work?
All right, sit down.
Mel, I may not get a cab. Can't you tell me who's taking over standing up?
Are you going to sit down?
Do I have to know? Is it a long name?
Sit down! All right. Once you do away with the middle class, what have you got left?
What's left? You take away the middle class? The lower class and the upper class.
Incredible. You have no understanding at all. Go on to work.
You mean there's another class besides the lower, the middle, and the upper?
Come here.
I thought you wanted me to sit down.
Will you come here? Away from the walls.
It's not secret, Mel. I don't think I want to hear it.
There is a plot. It's very complicated, very sophisticated, almost invisible. Maybe only a half dozen people in this country
really know about it.
They told it over the radio?
Yeah.
Then everybody heard it.
Did you hear it?
No.
And everybody didn't hear it. How many people do you think listen to the radio at 10:30 in the morning? But as sure as we're standing here in the middle of the room, there is a plot going on in this country today.
Against whom?
Against me.
The whole country?
Not me personally, although I'm a victim of it. It's a plot to change the system, to destroy the status quo. They're not just after me yet. They're after you. They're after our kids, my sisters, every one of our friends. They're after the cops. They're after the animals. They're after the government. They're after the hippies, the fags, the blacks, the whole military complex. That's who they're after.
Ooh. You mentioned everyone. There's no one left.
There's someone left. Oh, baby, there's someone left, all right.
I'm sure there is if you say so, Mel.
Don't patronize me. I know what I'm talking about. I am open to channels of information 24 hours a day.
Mel? Mel? Here for a minute. Just sit with me. Mel, you know I love you and trust in you completely. I always have. But I just have to tell you something. I hope you don't misunderstand
You
this.
think I'm paranoid? You think I'm having some sort of mental nervous breakdown because of the pressure I've been under, the strain? Because I sound like a deranged person? Because of the personal hell I have gone through for the past 7 weeks? Is that it?
That's exactly it. I wouldn't put it that strongly, but that's more or less it. Exactly.
I have no suspicion of the truth, Edna.
Do you have any proof of this, Mel?
Do you want me to give you proof? Do you want me to give you actual, indisputable proof? Right here and now in this room?
All right, Mel. You want to?
I can't give you any proof! What kind of proof do I have? I'm out of work. They won't let me work. That's my proof.
Who? Who is it, Mel? Is it the kids, the addicts, the army, the navy, the book of the month? Come on, just tell me who it is.
It is the human race. It is the sudden, irrevocable deterioration of the spirit of man. It is man undermining himself to cause a self-imposed, self-willed, self-evident, self-destruction. That's who it is.
The human race? The human race is responsible for unemployment.
Right, sir.
I never would have guessed. I kept thinking somebody else.
Don't mock me. Don't patronize me and don't mock me.
I'm not mocking you.
You're mocking me! I know when I'm being mocked. You don't understand this. You're working. You're not affected by any of this.
I am so affected by it. You wouldn't even believe it was possible.
You have no idea what it's like to be in my place. You've never stood online waiting for an unemployment check, wearing a shirt and tie, trying to look like you don't need the money. And some bad old Dave screaming out so everybody can hear, have you looked for a job this week? Yes, I looked for a job this week. Did you turn down any work this week? If I turn down work, what am I doing here? You've never walked into your own building and have a 91-year-old doorman with asthma, no teeth, and beer on his breath giggle at you because he's working. You've never been out on your own terrace and been hit by a bucket of ice-cold water. I haven't forgotten that, jerk. I haven't forgotten you, you jerk!
Mel, please don't start it again. Please do not start it again.
I'm just waiting for him, Edna. He's up there now. But one day he's gonna be down there, and I'm gonna be up here. Then we'll see. One cold snowy day, someone in this building is gonna be buried under 3 feet of snow. They won't find him until the spring. They won't find you until spring, you jerk!
Mel, listen to me very carefully.
clothes. They can get your clothes, your valves, your television, your red label whiskey, your job. They can get everything. But they can't get your brains. That's my secret weapon. That and the snow. I pray it snows tomorrow. I bought a shovel today. Oh, yeah.
Calling him now. Going to make an appointment.
Not a mission. A big one. The kind they use at airports. I'll go without shoes this winter, but I won't go without my shovel. I'll bury him so deep they'll have to salt him out.
Mel, if he's free, I'm going to take you in myself. I'm not going to go to work.
I live for it. I live for the first snow of winter. He gets home at 5:15. I check the door. I give him a $5 tip. It was worth it. I know what time you get home. Try using the service entrance. I got that locked off too.
Hello? It's Dr. Frankel there, please. Mrs. Edna Edison. Thank you.
Do you have any idea, any conception of the impact of 2 pounds of snow falling from the height of 14 floors? They'll find it in the garage. They'll find you in the garage, you jerk! I know what you look like!
Hello? Dr. Frankel? I'm sorry to disturb you, but it's an emergency. No, for my husband. We've got to see you as soon as possible, Doctor. As soon as possible.
But if it doesn't snow this winter, I'll get it next winter. I'm in no hurry. I got nothing but time, baby. Nothing but time.
This is Roger Keating and the 6 o'clock report. No word yet on the unsolved mugging of Robbie late last night of New York State Governor Nelson Rockefeller on 6th Avenue and 48th Street. The governor will be heard on a special interview on the 11 o'clock news from his room at Beth Israel Hospital, where he was rescued, which, incidentally, is entering its 57th day of the hospital strike. We will not go back to work, was the cry of 47 municipal, state, and federal judges today, defying the court's order of federal Judge Myron Aikman. Speaking for the striking judges, Judge Mario Picona told this to CBS reporter Bethesda Wayne.
We will not go back to work.
Judge Picona, isn't this strike unconstitutional?
Yes, but we will not go back to work.
How do you feel about 273 people in prison now awaiting trial?
We are underpaid. We will not go back to work.
Do you still feel this way despite the fact that President Nixon has threatened to bring in the National Guard to run the court?
He can do what he wants. We will not go back to work.
The 6 o'clock report will follow with a film story on how 20 million rats survived under the city. But first, this message from Ultrabbright Toothpaste.
He was always nervous. Always. As far back as I can remember, he was nervous. Never sat still for a minute. Always jumping up and down. Am I Lonnie? Huh? We're his own sisters. Who should know better? Up and down, up and down. Harry, you want some coffee? Take some coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
He always used to fidget. Talk to my limit. He even chewed fast. Remember how fast he used to chew? Wasn't I there? Didn't I see him chew? I remember. Harry, why don't you take some coffee?
When did you ever see me drink coffee? You're my sister of 53 years. You never saw me drink coffee. Why would I drink coffee now?
What do I see? 2 times a year I thought maybe you took a coffee.
He wasn't nervous, Mill.
breakdown. He had a broken arm. He fell in the gym and broke his arm.
I'm not talking about that time.
And once on his bicycle, he broke his tooth.
I'm not talking about that time either.
Then when are you talking about?
I'm talking about the time he had a nervous breakdown in high school. Well, I remember like it was yesterday. Don't tell me. Pauline, tell him. Melvin never had a nervous breakdown. Isn't that funny? I always thought he had a nervous breakdown. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
You can't even remember that I don't drink coffee.
He must have had some terrible experience when he was in the army.
In 2 weeks, he wasn't there long enough to get a uniform. None of you know what you're talking about. There was never anything wrong with Mel. Never. His trouble was you babied him too much. All of you.
Oh, he was the baby. Why shouldn't we baby him?
You babied him. That's his trouble. He never had the responsibilities as a child like I did. That's why he can't handle problems. That's why he flares up. He's a child, an infant.
Well, what if I put some nice milk in the coffee?
I don't want any coffee.
He doesn't want any coffee. Leave him alone, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when Mel was a tiny baby, I used to think that his head was too large for his body. Mel had a beautiful head. I didn't say it was beautiful. I simply said it was always too large for his body. He kind of kept falling over to one side. All the babies' heads fall over to one side. Well, I know that, but Mel had trouble getting his back up again.
I was never baby. Papa wouldn't allow it. I was never kissed from the time I was 7 years old.
Certainly you were kissed.
Never kissed. I didn't need kissing. The whole world kissed Mel. Look where he is today. Who's she talking to in there all this time?
Remember the summer he ran away? He didn't run away for a whole summer. He ran away for one night. Who said he ran away for the whole summer? Who said it? You said it. You just said, remember the summer he ran away? So, he ran away for one night, one summer. Then you should say it that way. Say it. Remember the summer he ran away for one night? You make it sound like he ran away for a whole summer. That makes me difficult. Did I say Mel was crazy? Who heard me mention the word crazy? Oh, Jessie, did you hear crazy from me? Well, I heard crazy, but I wasn't looking for where it came. Well, if that's what you think, then you're the one that's crazy. All right, I'm crazy. Let me be the crazy one. Fine, then Sal, you're the crazy one.
Listen, I've got to get back to the office. Jesse's going back to Lakewood tonight. Let's try to settle things now. What are we going to do?
About what?
About what? About the Suez Canal. What do you mean about what? What are we here for? What are we doing in that woman's house? None of us have been invited for 9 years. Our brother, our sick brother who's had a nervous breakdown.
Every time I hear him,
What are you crying now for? You didn't just hear, you've known for a week.
you think that I haven't been crying the whole time? He's my brother. It hurts me.
It's all of us. That's why we're here, to try to do something.
Eric, let her cry if she wants. She came all the way from Lakewood. Go on, Eric.
Fact number 1, Mel has had a nervous breakdown. Fact number 2, besides the nervous breakdown, Mel doesn't have a job. The man is totally unemployed.
I think that it doesn't hurt me, too. Jessie, let him finish. You can cry on the way home.
Fact number 3, besides the nervous breakdown and not having a job, the man is practically penniless. I don't want to pass any comments on how a man and a woman mishandle their money for 27 years. It's none of my business how a man squandered life's income. Bad investments words, you never asked my advice once. The kind of advice which has given me solvency, security, and a beautiful summer place in the country. Thank God I'll never have a nervous breakdown. None of that is my business. My business is what are we going to do for Mel? How much are we going to give? Somebody make a suggestion. Well,
Well, you're a businessman, Harry. You make a suggestion. You tell us how much we should all give.
let me have some coffee. So let's face the facts. The man needs help. Who else can he turn to but us? This is my suggestion. We make Mel a loan. We all chip in X number of dollars a week, and then when he gets back on his feet, when he gets straightened out, gets a job again. Then he can pay us all back. That's my suggestion. What do you all think? What's the question?
How much is X number of dollars?
X is X. We have to figure out what X is. We'll talk and we'll decide.
Well, I mean, is this going to be a big X or a little X?
It's not even an X. It's a blank until we fill X in with a figure.
I'm not complaining. You gotta do the right things. Just when you start saying things like X number of dollars, that sounds like a lot of money. Everybody has limited capital. Nobody has unlimited capital. Pearl, do you have unlimited capital? I wish I did. I give Mel X number of dollars in a minute. All I'm asking is how much is X? I can't figure with letters. I gotta know numbers. She's right, Harry. We're not business women. We don't know about X. Say a number we can understand.
I can't say a number until I figure out A, how much does Mel need a week, and B, how much are we willing to give. I can't even guess what X is until we figure out how much A and B comes to.
All right. Now suppose we figure out what A is and what B is. And if we know that, then we figure out what X is, right?
Right.
And now suppose everyone here is in agreement except one person. She doesn't want to give X. She thinks it's too much. She wants to give M or W. Well, what do we do then?
Forget X. Forget I ever said X. Let's figure out what Mel needs to get over his nervous breakdown. His biggest expense is the doctor, right? Edna says the best that he has to go 5 times a week.
5 times a week to the best doctor. I'm beginning to see what X has come to. Maybe it's not even a nervous breakdown. Oh, doctors can be wrong too. Remember your pains last year, Pearl? It's true. They took out all my top teeth and then found out it was kidney stone.
I can't believe what I'm listening to. You're 160 years old between the three of you, and not one of you is making any sense. If you'll all be quiet for a minute, I'll settle this thing.
All right. We are quiet. Settle it, Harry.
The most important thing is that Mel gets well. Agreed?
Agreed.
And that the only way he's going to get well is to see a doctor. Agreed?
Agreed.
And it is our obligation as only living relatives, not counting his wife, no disrespect intended, to bear the pronounced responsibility of that burden. Agreed?
Agreed.
And we'll all see this thing through to the end, whether it takes a week, or a month, or a year, or even 5 years. Agreed? Okay, our first disagreement.
No one's disagreeing. We're all in agreement. Except when you mention things like 5 years. I don't see Sandy curing Mel and his doctor beforehand. If, God forbid, this should happen, would Mel be in any position to help us? He's not too able to begin with. So what should we do, Harry? You're supposed to know how to be able to figure out these things. Tell us what you think we should do.
Well, obviously we can't afford to let Mel be sick forever. We've got to put a time limit on it. Agreed?
Agreed.
What are we giving to get better? 6 months?
6 months? That doctor's as good as Edna says it shouldn't take 6 months. Oh, she's coming. We'll let Harry do all the talking.
And then we'll settle everything.
Thank goodness this is almost over.
I'm sorry I was so long. I was just talking to Dr. Franklin. Mel's on his way home. He'll be here any minute.
How is Mel? What does the doctor say?
He's going through a very rough time. He's very depressed. He's not himself. He's completely withdrawn. He sits in that chair sometimes for hours without saying a word. You'll see when he gets home. He's a totally different person.
Every time I hear it. So what is it? Nervous breakdown? Is it a nervous breakdown? Come on, you can tell us we're his family. It's a nervous breakdown, isn't it?
Yes! In a way, I guess you could say it is a nervous breakdown.
I knew it! I knew it! He had the same thing in high school.
So what's the diagnosis? What does the doctor say?
Mel needs parenting. He's a very good doctor. He thinks Mel's going to be all right. Just going to take some time.
How much time? A month? 2 months? More than 2 months?
He can't tell yet.
Well, he can guess, can't he? 3 months? 4 months? More than 4 months?
There's no way to tell him yet. Be a month? Be 2 months? 2 years?
No, 2 years without question. I refuse to go long 2 years.
I'm not saying it will be. I'm just saying we don't know yet.
Can I say something? Can I get a word in?
I wish you would say something, Harry. I wish you would do the talking.
Thank you very much.
2 years is just ridiculous. Go on, Harry.
You're very concerned, Becca. Very concerned. After all, he's our brother.
Hey, Pete.
Can I please do the talking?
Will you let him do the talking, Jessie? Go on, Harry.
We're very concerned. We appreciate you as wife. You're going to do all you can. But we know it's not going to be enough. We want to help. We've talked it out among ourselves, and we're prepared to take over the financial burden of the doctor. You take care of the apartment, the food, the miscellaneous. We'll pay their doctor bills, whatever they come to.
I'm overwhelmed. I'll be very truthful with you. I never thought that you are you deeply touched and overwhelmed. What do I say?
You don't have to say anything.
Just tell us what you think the bill will come.
I really appreciate that, but I can't let you do that. Mel won't let me do it.
Don't be ridiculous. Where are you going to get the money from? A bank? You can't put up a nervous breakdown as collateral.
Well, I have no idea how long Mel will be in treatment. Running for fortune.
Let us worry about that. The money you'll take care of.
But it could run as high as $25,000.
Harry, can I say something to you in private, please?
We don't need any private discussions.
We just found out what X is.
It's not necessary. I don't care what it's going to cost. You three can contribute whatever you think you can afford. I'll make up the deficit. If it's 15, if it's 20, if it's 25,000, I'll see that it's taken care of. As long as Mel has the best medical treatment. That's all I have to say.
I'm speechless. What do I say?
Don't say nothing.
We just want to do the right thing.
I know none of us have been very close the past few years.
9 years was the last time we were invited.
Has it been that long? I suppose it's been my fault. Maybe I haven't tried to understand you. Maybe I haven't tried to understand me. Anyway, I appreciate it more than you can imagine, but we really don't need it.
What are you talking about? Certainly you need it.
Over the years, we've managed to save something. I have some jewelry I can sell.
You're not going to sell your jewelry.
Well, maybe she doesn't wear it anymore. Let no one talk.
I have my job. That's whatever the medical expenses come to. But if you really want to help, what I'm worried about is Mel's future.
Well, we all are.
It isn't easy for a man of Mel's age to get a new job and to start all over again.
If you knew lighting fixtures, I would take him in a minute.
Certainly.
If I could just get him out of New York, he'd be 100% better off.
I agree 1,000%.
I was thinking of a summer camp. Mel's wonderful with children in sports. If I would do the cooking, the girls would help out. You can hire a small staff. Don't you think Mel would be better off there?
Again, 1,000%.
There's a lovely place in Vermont, and they want $25,000 down in cash. So instead of giving it just for the doctor, would you let it just for a camp?
A summer camp? $25,000 for a summer camp?
Well, it's $100,000, but they want $25,000 down.
$100,000 for a summer camp? Run by a man with a nervous breakdown?
We all like it next summer.
Do you know what it is for a normal person to be responsible for that many boys and girls? The lawsuit you're open for?
I don't understand. How come you're so willing to give us the money for a doctor? Why won't you lend it to us for a camp?
Because with the camp you can go broke. With the doctor you can go broke too, but you get better.
All right. You pay for the doctor, I'll invest in the camp.
You mean we should pay to get Mel healthy so you can lose your money in a camp and get him sick again? Then you'll come to us for more money for another doctor.
I thought you wanted to do something. I thought you wanted to help him.
We do want to help him.
Then help him!
Not when he's sick, when he's better we'll help him.
Is that how the rest of you feel? Do you all agree with Harry?
I'm not too familiar with Vermont. You know, I would say yes in a minute, but Harry, spokesman, I
wrong? You're my witnesses. What did I say that was wrong?
You said nothing wrong, Harry. I'm a witness. The truth is, she doesn't want us to help her. She's jealous. So I was willing to give her anything. Does this mean we're not giving her to the doctor? Why don't you pay attention? You never pay attention.
Man in his condition running a summer camp. I spoke to him on the phone Thursday. He could hardly say hello.
Why does she hate us? What did we ever do to her? Jealousy, that's what it is. Well, that's all it is. Jealousy. I wish I could take him away from here. He could move in with me. I'd take care of him.
A man in his condition running a summer camp. It would take him until August to figure out how to blow up the volleyball.
Well, if nothing is settled yet, can I give my vote to Pauline? I've got shopping to do.
Sit down. Nothing has been settled. We'll have to settle with Mel.
With Mel? How can Mel make a decision in his condition?
Him I can reason with. He's only had a nervous breakdown. That woman is crazy. Let me have some more coffee.
I just had a nice walk
Hello, Mel.
from 82nd and Park. Shh. Don't tell Edna. She doesn't like me to walk too far.
Mel, do you know who this is?
What do you mean, Harry?
Nothing. Who's here to see you, Mel?
Well, why shouldn't they come to see me? They're my own sisters, aren't they? Who has better sisters than I have? Pauline, how are you?
Failed.
And Jessie, sweet Jessica, Jessie.
You look wonderful, Mel.
Everyone's here but Pearl.
Here I am, Mel.
There she is, hiding. Always hiding from your baby brother.
Well, I wasn't hiding, Mel. I was just sitting.
Mel, sit down. We want to talk.
Something is wrong. Someone in the family is sick.
No one is sick, Mel. Everyone is fine. Sit down.
I had such a nice walk.
Isn't that wonderful, Mel? Remember how you used to like to walk?
Remember how I used to like to walk, Jessie?
I do, Mel. Just saying that. You're looking very nice, Mel.
Thank you, Pauline.
Are you feeling all right?
What's that, darling?
I said, are you feeling all right?
Am I feeling all right? Yes. Yes, I just had a nice walk.
That's nice, dear.
Where's Pearl? Did Pearl go home?
Here I am. Mel, I didn't go home.
There she is. Hiding again. She always used to hide from me.
Mel?
Yes, Harry?
Mel?
Harry wants to say something to you, Mel.
What is it, Harry?
Nothing, Mel. Nothing.
You don't look well to me, Harry. You're working too hard. Don't work so hard, Harry.
I won't, Al.
You have to relax more. 3 things I learned in the doctors, Harry. You have to relax. You mustn't take the world too seriously. And you have to be very careful about what you say when you go out on the terrace.
This is the 6 o'clock report with Roger Keating, sitting in for Stan Jennings, who was beaten and mugged last night outside our studio following the 6 o'clock report. A Polish freighter, the 6,000-ton Majestic, sailed into New York Harbor in the dense fog at 7 a.m. this morning and crashed into the Statue of Liberty. 2 seamen were injured and electrical damage caused flickering in Miss Liberty's torch. It was the first recorded maritime accident involving the famed statue, although the Polish freighter has been in 6 previous sea collisions. And today, in a Midtown hotel, following a convention of the National Psychiatric Society, 17 of the leading psychiatrists in the United States were trapped between floors in an elevator for over 45 minutes. Panic broke out, and 12 of the doctors were treated for hysteria.
Hello, is the superintendent there, please? Mrs. Edna Edison, apartment 14A. I have no water. There is no water in my house. What do you mean he's out? Out where I just walked in and there is no water in my house. What do you mean he's out? Well, if they're fixing the pipes, shouldn't he be in the building somewhere? He's getting paid for that, isn't he? I have no electricity in the kitchen. There's no electricity in my kitchen. Just in the kitchen! I don't know why! I'm not an electrician! My food is spoiling and you're telling me your husband won't be back until 7 o'clock? Well, I can't wait that long. I don't blame him for being out. I want to hang out in this building all night if I didn't have to. The water will shut up. It won't be back on until 5, 6, 7. They're not sure when. The food is spoiling. The refrigerator's off. I called the super and he's out.
I'm not going back. I am not going back to that doctor. He's a quack. He sits there playing with his washcloth, cleaning his pipe, and doesn't know what he's talking about. The man is a quack. If I'm getting any better, I'm doing it myself. I'm working my own problems out. That man just sits there and watches me get better for $40 an hour. I got mirrors in the house. I can watch myself get better. I can lie there for 50 minutes. If I don't say a word, he won't say a word. Would it kill him to ask me a question? What's wrong, Mr. Edison? What are you thinking about? Not him. If I don't bring it up, you don't ask. I'm curing myself, I'm telling you. I see how you look when you come home every day. Killing yourself, breaking your back, and for what? To get $40 an hour to a pipe cleaner? I can't take it anymore, Edna. I can't see you turn yourself into an old woman just for me. What's the point? By the time I'm well again, I'll be too young for you.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about that anymore, Mel. We went out of business today.
Who did?
We did. The business I'm in went out of business. There is no business in that place anymore.
You mean they let you go?
Well, they're not staying. What do they need me for?
What, you mean completely out of business?
Bankrupt. They overextended themselves. One of the partners may go to jail.
You don't go bankrupt overnight, Edna. You must have had
me. I was gargoyles on the hook. You had two gargoyles, Mel. They'll come tomorrow and kill the gargoyles.
It's just a job, Edna. It's not your whole life.
You know what I thought about my way home? I had only one thing on my mind. A nice hot bath. And now the water went out of business.
It'll come back on. Everything's gonna come back on. They're not gonna shut us off forever.
I want my bath. I want my water filled. I want my bath, Mel.
It's off, Edna. What can I do?
Bang on the pipes. Tell them there's a woman upstairs who needs an emergency bath. If I don't sit in watermelon, I'm gonna go crazy. Bang on the pipes.
Be reasonable.
I paid for you. Why won't you pay for me?
It's all right. It's all right.
It's not. It's not all right. Why do you keep saying that? Are you out of your mind? Mel, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Okay, Edna. Please, calm down.
I have no strength left now. Nothing. I couldn't open my pocketbook on the bus today. A little boy had to help me.
Of course you have strength.
I have no strength. What are we going to do if something happens to me, Mel? Who's going to take care of us?
I always took care of you, didn't I?
But who's going to take care of us now, Mel?
Me, Edna, me.
No, Mel.
Don't you trust me, Edna? Don't you believe in me anymore?
Let's leave, Mel. Let them have it. Let them have their city. Let them have their crooks and their garbage and their broken gargoyles. I just want to live out the rest of my life with you. See my girls grow up healthy and happy. Let's leave, Mel. Please, please.
Hey, Edna. We'll go. We'll go.
That's the super.
I'll take care of it, Edna. You're very upset. Why don't you go relax in the tub and wait for the water to come back on?
All right. I'm sorry if I upset you, Mel.
Hello, Mel. All right, if I come in.
Sure, Harry, sure. I didn't know you were in New York.
I had some business, and besides, I wanted to talk to you. How you feeling? All right?
Don't be so solemn, Harry. It's not a hospital room. I'm all right.
You brought you some apples from the country. Wait till you taste these. You always loved apples, I remember. Are you allowed to eat them now?
Apples don't affect the mind, Harry. They're not gonna drag me crazy. Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Is that her?
Yeah. She's in the tub. She's not feeling very well.
It's all right. She doesn't want to see me. I understand.
It's not that, Harry. She's very tired.
The woman doesn't like me. It's all right. The whole world can't love you. Feel badly that it's my brother's wife, but that's what makes horse racing. I'm only staying 2 minutes. I wanted to deliver this in person, and then I'll go.
You came 8 miles to bring me 6 apples? Harry, that's very sweet of you, but it wasn't necessary.
Not the apples, you know. I have something a little more substantial than apples. Here, this is for you and Edna. The apples are separate.
What's this?
It's a check. It's the money. Go buy yourself a summer camp. Go. July and August, take care of 600 running noses. Have a good time.
Harry, this is $25,000.
Your sisters and I contribute equally. 50-50. Tell him about it tomorrow.
I don't understand.
I don't understand myself. Why would anyone want to run a summer camp? But if that gives you pleasure, then this gives me pleasure.
When did Edna ask you for this?
What's the difference? It's over. Everyone got a little excited. Everyone is trying to do the right thing. Take the money. Buy your crazy camp.
Harry!
Yes?
In the first place... Thank you. In the second place, I can't take it.
Don't start it on me. It took me 6 weeks to decide to give it to you.
I can't explain it to you, Harry, but I just can't take the money.
Why won't you let me do this for you? Why won't you let me have the satisfaction of making you happy?
You already have, by offering. Now make me happier by tearing it up. They see this much money in this neighborhood, you'll never make it to your car.
You let everyone else do things for you. You let everyone else take care of them. Edna, Pearl, Jessie, Pauline, everybody but me. Your brother. Why am I always excluded from the family?
They're 3 middle-aged widows, Harry. They're looking for someone to take care of. I made them a present.
I got sick. What do you want from me, Harry?
I had to work when I was 13 years old. I didn't have time to be the favorite.
Harry, let's not go into that again. You want to be the favorite? All right, I give it to you. We'll call the girls up tonight and tell them from now on, you're the favorite.
It's not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. It's only natural. If there are two brothers in the family and one is out working all day, the one who stays home is the favorite.
Harry, I don't mean to seem impolite, but Edna's not feeling very well. Our food is defrosting and our water is off. I'm really not in the mood to discuss why you're not the favorite.
I lived in that house for 31 years. Not once did anyone ever sing me happy birthday.
Not true, Harry, not true. You always had a birthday party. You always had a big cake.
I had parties. I had cakes. No one sang happy birthday.
All right. This year I'm gonna hire a big chorus, Harry, and we're gonna sing ya happy birthday.
11 years old, I was wearing long pants. 14, I had a little mustache. When I went to the movies, I had to bring my birth certificate. You wanted to charge me adult prices.
No, Harry. You grew up very fast.
Did you ever see Pearl's family album? There are no pictures of me as a boy. I skipped right over it. Thousands of pictures of you on bicycles, on ponies, in barber chairs. One picture of me in a 1938 Buick. I look like Herbert Hoover.
Sorry, Harry.
I'm going to tell you something now, Mel. I never told this to anybody. I don't think you've got a brain for business. I don't think you know how to handle emotional problems. I don't think you can handle money. I think you're a child, a baby, a spoiled infant. And as God is my judge, many's the night I lay in bed in. Isn't that something? For a man in my position, to be a man in your position? Is that something? What I have, you'll never have. But what you've got, I'd like to have just once. Just for an hour to see what it feels like to be the favorite.
What if I gave you a big kiss? Right on the mouth.
You kiss me, I'll break every bone in your body. Listen, I'll call you. Forget what I said. I changed my mind. I don't want to be the favorite. Not if I have to be kissed by Jesse and Pauline.
Right, you might like it.
I tried it, and I didn't like it. What if I let you $12,000? Start a small camp, 5 boys, 2 girls.
How about a little kiss on the cheek?
You're not better yet. I don't care what your doctor says. You're not better yet.
Edna? Edna!
What is it? What is it, Mel?
You asked, Harry. You asked my family for $25,000 for a summer camp.
I didn't ask. They offered it for a doctor. I told them we didn't need it for a doctor. We needed it for a camp.
Don't you see how humiliating it is for me to ask my family for money? Don't you see that?
You weren't the one who was humiliated. I was. You were the one who had to sit here in front of the Spanish Inquisition. You don't think you're nice, tranquilized, walking apart.
Tranquilized? Tranquilized? I was sedated, Edna, not tranquilized, sedated.
I don't care. You were petrified. You were the one who was humiliated. I was. Next time, you'll be humiliated and I'll be sedated.
You realize you're talking to a man who just had a nervous breakdown. Don't you have any regard for a man's illness?
You don't sound sick to me now. You sound like you always sound.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about then. I was sedated, Edna, not petrified, sedated.
I don't care if you were dead. You weren't the one who was humiliated. I was.
Will you shut up down there, you hoodlum?
Who are you calling hoodlums?
You and your no husband!
Don't you call us names. Your husband isn't half the man my husband is. We haven't forgotten the water. We remember the water.
My husband will be home in an hour. If you don't shut up, you're gonna get more of the same!
Ha! What? Where's your water? Where are you going to get the water, big mouth?
Edna! Wait there. I'm sorry. My wife didn't mean to yell. We were just discussing. They did it again.
Where did they get the water? Where did they get the water?
People like that always have water. They save
like us can always get it.
I think you're handling it beautifully, Mel. I think you're behaving wonderfully this time. You know what I think? I think you've grown from this experience, Mel. I really do. Maybe you're right. Maybe you don't have to go back to the doctor anymore. I'm so proud of you, Mel. So proud. Because you're better than them. Better than all of them, Mel.
This is Roger Keating and the 6 o'clock report. Heavy snow warnings have been posted along the eastern seaboard tonight, and here in New York, a record 43 inches has been forecast. Snow plows were ordered out on the street, and city residents were asked to get out their shovels in a joint effort to show how New Yorkers can live together and work together in a common cause.